The Buffalo Bills get ready to take on the Atlanta Falcons in the ATL. Welcome to Buffalo Against the World.
This is Buffalo Against the World Sports Talk with Kulu and
Cuzin Brad.
Bills Mafia. It's our time.
Act like you know, baby.
Act like you know.
Welcome everyone to another edition of Buffalo Against the World. I'm your host Kulu, and here on the other side of me is Cuzzo Brad. Cuzzo Brad, man, let's get started, man. We're going to do this Sunday show. I know you guys look forward to seeing us on Monday, but we will be watching the game on Monday Night Football. So we're here today Sunday to preview this game. Cuzzo Brad, as we do in our ritual, take us around the league and what's happening right now in the NFL.
All right, let's go around the league. Let's take a tour, see what's happening, see what's going on. As of right now, as far as the NFL scores, we're going to start. We'll start with the earlier games. Give me 1 second to go back on everybody. Look at once. We're going to start with Thursday's game. The New York Giants, Jackson Dart and that boy, the Scatback, Scataboo. They beat the Philadelphia Eagles in Philly. 34-17, shocking the NFL football world on Thursday Night Football. It was crazy. This morning, the London game, the Broncos beat the Jets 13-11. Don't ask me how the Jets got 11 points. I have no idea. The Seahawks beat the Jacksonville Jaguars 20-12. The Chargers beat the Dolphins on a Hail Mary that was a check down and an interception by the Chargers. So, Tua, it was a Hail Mary play, and you threw a check down that was intercepted. Gotcha. All right. The Los Angeles Rams beat the Baltimore Ravens 17-3. The Colts, they just keep on winning. Indiana Jones and that Indianapolis team is kicking some booty right now. They beat the Arizona Cardinals 31-27. The Panthers pulled off the upset today when they beat the Cowboys 30-27. Skip Bayless is not happy. You can go check Twitter. The New England Patriots beat the New Orleans Saints 25-19. The Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Cleveland Browns 23-9. The Las Vegas Raiders beat the Tennessee Titans 20-9. And right now, 2 games in the fourth quarter. The Buccaneers have the ball. They're in the fourth quarter. They're ahead of the San Francisco 49ers 27-19. And the Packers are beating the Bengals right now in the fourth quarter 24-18. Tonight's game is the Detroit Motor City Kitties taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Tomorrow's game includes the Chicago Bears versus the Washington Commanders. You don't have to watch that game. And then there's another game that we're going to be watching. The Buffalo Bills take on the Atlanta Falcons in A-Town in the Mercedes-Benz Georgia Dome tomorrow night, which is why we're doing the show now, because we're going to be too busy, blood pressure boiling tomorrow watching this game. And it's going to be an interesting one. So that's why we're here with y'all tonight.
It's interesting, because Brad, that Drake May keeps winning.
He does.
A lot of people are starting to say, now they're 4-2. Starting to look like they're catching up in the AFC. He's got as many wins as us, and we need to just keep on rolling, man. Keep on rolling and keep that team at bay. And the Colts, man, the Colts are something. They're
Indiana Jones. My man, Indiana Daniel Jones is doing his thing up there in Indiana. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to the Colts. They're really a scary team right now. But yes, the Buffalo Bills take on the Atlanta Falcons tomorrow, which we are going to be watching. That's why we're with you tonight.
Yes. So, Cuzzo Brad, obviously Michael Penix, a young quarterback, he's got some promise. He showed some promise this year. Look at the statistics in quarterback comparison. You got Josh Allen with 1,200 yards, 9 touchdowns. Michael Penix with 918, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions for Josh, 3 interceptions for Michael Penix. 108 rating for Josh Allen, 82 rating there for Michael Penix Jr. Rushing yards, Josh Allen is blowing them out, 212 to Michael Penix 31. Josh Allen has 3 rushing touchdowns and Michael Penix Jr. has 1. So just looking at the quarterback comparison, it looks like, obviously Bijan Robinson is the going to be the catalyst of this team to try to go against the Buffalo Bills. I'm looking at Michael Penix as a young quarterback. He's going to be a game management quarterback. He's going to do what he can to not lose the game, so to speak.
Yeah.
The Buffalo Bills need to be very intentional, especially how we played with our food last week. We need to be very intentional about playing Buffalo Bill football. We need to be intentional about stopping the run. We need to be intentional about scoring points early.
Absolutely.
We need to stop the second half stuff that we've been doing. We're going to get to that in the second half of the show today, how this team needs to improve and where are we staying right now after last week of getting exposed, so to speak. Well, we kind of been getting exposed defensively pretty much all season, but this is something that we need to really hone into. We got a lot of injuries, Cuzzo Brad. So just looking at the injury report, you got some guys that's going to be out for the pretty much for the next 5 games. Damar Hamlin's out with a pec. He's out. He's on IR. You also are going to have TJ Sanders is out with a knee on IR as well, at least for 5 to 6 weeks. Deion Dawkins was limited. You have Dalton Kincaid. It was limited as well. As you know, Matt Milano did not practice as well. He's looking to be out of this game. Ed Oliver was back. That's a great sign to see him back with TJ Sanders going out. He was a full go. So on Saturday, so that's good. Taylor Rapp, who had a nose, he was a full go as well. Curtis Samuel was limited and he's questionable for the game status. We talked about TJ Sanders, and Dorian Williams was a full go. So that's good to see the linebacking core getting back together. But some concerns, Cuzzo. Obviously, Damar Hamlin, we haven't seen much of him at all this season with the exception of special teams. But it's interesting. It's interesting to see that TJ Sanders out of somewhere just started been playing well recently. Now injured for this, possibly the foreseeable future with this knee injury. At least 6 weeks we're talking here, but we got Big Ed coming back. So what's your thoughts on those injuries and how would it affect this game?
Obviously Ed Oliver coming back is a huge plus, huge plus, that he will be back in the lineup, especially going against this running back and Bijan Robinson. Get good way to get the pass rush, back together again. Good way to get the run stop and back together on where it needs to be. I did a little bit of research on the defense, but we'll talk about that later as far as the injuries go. Like you said, Damar Hamlin hasn't really played much aside from special teams, and he got in a little bit towards the fourth quarter and a couple blowout wins, but him being out for the season, don't see that necessarily hindering us as of right now. TJ Sanders, young player, possibly out for the year. That's not good for him, but I think, opens up an opportunity for your boy, Big Deion Walker, to get in there and plow the lane in there. Matt Milano, we want him in. He just can't stay on the field. I think it's going to definitely be time. And maybe, when he comes back, things will change. But as of right now, it may be time to look at other options for Matt Milano. Great player when he's on the field. It is the fact that he can't get on the field. That is the problem. So him being out, obviously, we're going to have Dorian Williams, and we're going to have your other boy. What's his name?
Shaq Thompson.
Yeah, Shaq Thompson in. So it's going to be, it's going to be some help as far as the run stopping defense. But Matt Milano, I think it's definitely time to highlight that, because him not being able to practice, not being able to be on the field is definitely cause for concern. I would definitely say that.
Yeah, so that's your injury report.
So go ahead.
Yeah, that's your injury report. Like I said, there is some concerning guys, especially for special team wise. These other guys that are younger, guys got to step up. Practice squad guys got to step up, and we'll just see where it takes us. But the defense, Cuzzo, we got to talk about this defense, man.
Yeah.
Not happy with Bobby Babbage. I've been just scrolling through some of the internet here, and I'm seeing Leslie Frazier pictures resurfacing. Did the Bills get that wrong? Was he blamed for that 13 seconds that he probably shouldn't have? A lot of people said that was McDermott's call to go in that prevent defense at that time. And then look where we are today. We've taken 10 steps backwards defensively. I mean, yes, Leslie Frazier definitely did have Micah Hyde and Jordan Poirier in their prime years. But I mean, right now, Bobby Babbage, I mean, I was trying to give this guy credit, but at the end of the day, the struggles are just glaring. They're just popping out to me. I'm talking about coverages. I'm talking about not getting to the quarterback. I'm talking about all of these different schemes. So when we're talking about this defensive struggles, is this the problem mostly the Bills team not getting to the quarterback, or is it just overall bad coverage, or just both?
I looked into this and I actually did some research on this, and shout out to Dan Mitchell for bringing this to my attention too. Shout out to you, bro. I looked into the Bills as far as ranking wise, because I had to do the research to see where are we struggling the most. And I was kind of surprised. I was actually kind of surprised. As far as pass rushing, the Bills are ranked 18th, which is not good, but it's not terrible. As far as pass defense, the Bills are ranked 12th, which again, not bad, but not terrible. Here's where this is extremely concerning. This is extremely concerning to me. As far as tackling and missed tackles, you know what the Bills rank as far as missed tackles? 32. They have missed the most tackles in the entire NFL. They have missed more tackles than any other team. To me, that's extremely concerning. So I don't think it's necessarily the pass defense. I don't necessarily think it's getting to the quarterback. Missing tackles is definitely the problem. Because, I can be okay with you being ranked 12th as far as against the pass. I can be cool with you being in the lower half of the getting to the pass rush. But missed tackles, being dead last, that's huge, especially going in against Bijan Robinson, who can make you miss. So that, I think, is extremely concerning. Definitely something to circle, definitely something to highlight, definitely something to keep an eye on this year. So that's what I would think.
And speaking of Bijan, and he's starting to come on. Again, against the Vikings, he came out 143-22. 22 carries. Against the Panthers, he had 72 yards. Against the Commanders, he had 75 yards. These are relatively pretty decent defenses between the Vikings and the Commanders. This guy's coming, man. And, he scored, he's only got one touchdown right now, but he is their workhorse. He is their guy that's pretty much doing all things. And John mentioned it, man. Penalties is killing this defense as
Absolutely.
well. This defense and this offense. We've got to get those penalties down. We've got to get these penalties down. I'll say this, Cuzzo, on this subject. We've got Group. We got Bosa. We got guys who can get to the quarterback, but they're not consistently getting to the quarterback. I think we do have an issue scheme-wise there because these guys are pretty skilled. And I don't know if they can scheme these guys or do some stunts or something different to open up something for the defensive ends, but it's not. They're not getting home. They're not getting home. We had this same problem going all the way back to Jerry Hughes. We really have to get to the quarterback when you have guys 6'6", 6'4", 6'5", guys running at least a 4.6 speed. Get to the quarterback, man. AJ Epinesa, 6'6". And these guys are huge, man. These guys are huge, and they're speed rushers, not getting to the quarterback. So I think that's an issue. We talked about Tre'Davious White earlier. Tre'Davious White, listen, man, Buffalo, we have to let go of the nostalgia. We have to let go of the nostalgia. We keep doing it every year. We keep doing it. The way we did it with Micah Hyde, I'm cool with. He sat on the practice squad. He was kind of training the young guys. The way we're doing it this year with Jordan Poirier, he sat on the practice squad. He's training the young guys. I'm not mad about that. These other guys, these guys are emergency guys, just in case everybody goes down.
Right.
For the most part, Tre'Davious White should not have made this roster, man. Let's be honest here. He was getting killed in training camp. He was getting killed in preseason, and now he's pretty much the starter. Just for everybody to note, on Harrelson, everybody said he needs to get back. The window for him to return is not yet for another 2 weeks. So please keep that in mind as everybody is saying that. Cuzzo Brad, you was even saying that as well. We need Maxwell back. That's not going to happen. He's not even eligible to return for another 2 weeks. So please keep that in mind. What can we do about this Tre'Davious White situation? I mean, do we go look at a guy? I mean, to try to fit him into the scheme, and we're going into week 5 here, week 6 here. How do we do that? Like, well, we just gotta hope he gets better.
I mean, you got to look at it from our schedule standpoint. We got, obviously, he's going to play tomorrow night. We have the bye next week, and then we have the Panthers, who I think on paper have a great roster. I watched them today absolutely dissect Dallas yesterday. They actually destroyed Kyer Elam, our first-round pick a couple of years ago, who plays for Dallas now. If you bring in a guy, the trade deadline, I believe, is November 2nd, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct? I believe it's November 2nd is the deadline for trades. You will be bringing in a guy coming into Carolina, and I think the Chiefs are a game after that, if I'm not mistaken. So Maxwell may be back by the Chiefs game if he's eligible to play. I don't know. I don't know if you would rather ride Tre'Davious right out, get as much as you can get out of him, see if it works. He's going to play tomorrow. You got Kyle Pitts on the other end. You got some speedy receivers with the Falcons have on that squad. Penix is a left-handed quarterback, so a lot of the passes are going to go Trey White's way. Maybe you shift and bring Teron Johnson up a little bit more to cover and play a bit different scheme to get him a little bit of help on that left side. But I honestly don't know what to do in regards to this situation. Because you don't want to bring a guy in, bring your rookie up, and then you got too many guys on the roster. We don't have that much in cap space. So you're pretty much forced to just go with Trey White until Maxwell Harrison is healthy.
Yeah. And it comes down to these bad decisions, Kuzzo Brad. We've been dealing with this stuff for the last 8 seasons. This is McDermott's 8th season here in Buffalo. And we're getting the same players, and we're getting the same types of players. I think eventually between Brandon Beane and we've got to hold these guys accountable. Getting the type of players that they're getting. And I said this on the show last week. We need more dogs. You talked about missed tackles. I mean, if I can get 3 more of Shaq Thompsons on this team, I'll be a happy man. And linebacker guys who just want to hit something and hit you hard. We don't have that. We don't have that on the back end of this defense or even in the middle of this defense. It's truly a problem. We have no dogs. We have no dogs. They go with this blue collar. We need these blue collar guys. We need guys that's going to represent the Buffalo Bills and trust the process and all that. Man, we passed that. We trying to win a Super Bowl. We are trying to win a Super Bowl. You have the best player in the NFL. Clearly over the past 2 seasons, including this one too. You got to do everything you can to put dogs around them. So let's talk about that. Let's jump over to the offensive side of the ball real quick.
Go ahead.
There was a lot of talk and a lot of rumors here. Buffalo Against the World debate. Drop comments below. Drop comments below. Drop comments below. Do the Buffalo Bills, what would you give up if you're a Buffalo Bills fan or if you're Brandon Beane? What did you give up to get the Buffalo Bills a number 1 receiver, a Super Bowl champion, a proven number 1 receiver on this roster? Do you make the move or do you continue to go with the everybody eats mentality? Look, Cuzzo, I want to score more.
You go ahead. You go first. I
want to win. I want a Super Bowl champion. If I got an opportunity to trade a second and third round, and maybe Matt Milano and a couple other players, I'm doing it. I'm doing it immediately. Now, do we have the cap space to do it? Probably not. Is it logical for us to do it? Probably not. But if you can move some things around and make it happen, you make this trade if you're doing it. What are your thoughts below? Drop comments below. If you think the Bills should make a move. Go ahead, Cuzzo Brad. What's your thoughts?
All right. Well, obviously, A.J. Brown is not happy in Philly. He is not happy in Philadelphia. That experiment, it got him to the Super Bowl. It won him the Super Bowl. But that experiment is not working in Philadelphia. He is not happy there. He does not want to play there anymore. What I would trade, I would
Would you
probably.
trade? Would you trade?
What,
Would you trade anybody?
would I trade for him today?
Yes.
No, I wouldn't trade for him today. I would trust the guys that we got. I believe in Josh Allen. I believe in Keon Coleman. I believe in the guys that we got here. So would I trade for him? No, I would not trade for AJ Brown. Phenomenal talent. Dude is one of the top receivers in football right now. Definitely a solid number one. Big dude. Dude can score out of nowhere. I think him and Josh Allen would thrive. Trade for him. If I had to trade for him, I would give up Groot. I would give up a 3rd round pick. That's as far as I would go to bring him over here. Groot in a 3rd round pick. The only reason why I say that is because Philly's defense is already set. Their starting defensive line is already set. But if worse comes to worse, either suspension, injury, you can just plug Groot right in. He'll fit in well with that defense, and they'll probably go to the Super Bowl again. And you get a 3rd round pick from the Bills, which is pretty much pretty much a late pick in the draft anyway. So I think that'd be pretty fair for one player to come over here. I mean, we've traded with Philly before. It's worked out for both sides, so I don't see anything wrong. They're in the NFC, we're in the AFC. I think it will work. But would I trade for AJ Brown? No, I'm just not doing that.
Okay, well, what's your thoughts below? Would you trade for AJ Brown, and what would you give up? Drop comments below. I mean, I would do it. I would do it, Cuzzo, because I think Josh Allen needs another dynamic player. I get what you're saying with everybody eats mentality. We don't want a big star coming in here taking Josh, forcing the ball to him. Josh has matured into that, but at some point, I'm thinking like here, my guy cannot keep being Superman forever. He can't. We can't do this. We can't do this. He's got to win, and he's going to need a comparable player catching the ball from him to win. This guy has proven it. I'm big on guys who've won Super Bowl. I was, even big on Von Miller. We know the incidents that happened with him, but he was a good addition to the Buffalo Bills at that time. Obviously, injuries and other things happened. So having guys who had a Super Bowl mentality, guys who've overcome the Chiefs, I love that. I would love it. It's not just about the talent that AJ Brown has; it's the mentality. AJ Brown wants to win every single route he runs. Like
I agree.
Very few guys in the NFL can do that. He's physical. He's got the breakaway speed. He's got the mentality, the dog mentality. He talks trash to get cornerbacks out of their game. Man,
Okay, so let me ask you this. I agree. We do need that dog mentality. We do need that dude that everybody loves to hate, but we love on our side. But you have to take this in consideration too. You see the C on his jersey. He's a captain on the world championship team. You have to wonder, why don't you want to play there? What is it that we don't know? I understand there's things they hide from the media and things that don't leave the locker room. But what are we not seeing? You're a champion. You're the defending champion. This is the world championship team that you're on right now. What is going on to where you would say, all right, I won the championship here. I don't want to play here anymore. What's going on? What's going on inside mentally? Because I don't want to bring that over here. This is Josh's team. I don't want whatever you got going on. Don't bring that here. That's the problem. That's the problem I have. And unless that's why I wouldn't want to trade for him. So what if you're on a championship team? You got past the bully, what is called the Kansas City Chiefs. You won the ship. You had to do this whole press conference and say, "Hey, me and Jalen Hurts, we're good. We're friends. We're good. We're good." But every time they show you on the bench, you just look pitiful. You don't want to be there. Everybody knows you don't want to be there. But why? And I don't want to bring that over here to Buffalo. I don't want it again. We dealt with that before. I don't want to deal with it again.
Yeah, a lot of people, and Robert's saying it here, a lot of people believe that AJ Brown will bring that same drama that Stephon Diggs brought. We know receivers have the really good ones. We talked about Terrell Owens. We talk about Michael Irvin. Some of the greatest wide receivers in history have been what they call prima donnas and divas. Look, man, I get that part, but someone's got to help Josh. Someone's got to help Josh Allen. And at this point, I think perhaps the number one receiver may not be the option, but listen, you may be able to get some of these Curtis Samuels off your roster that you overpaid for, that you don't even use. If you need to, throw him in a package, throw Groot in the package for third and fourth round pick on top of it. We're good. At the end of the day, I think we've seen the ceiling of Groot right now. We've seen the ceiling. I don't see this guy he has never had 10 sacks in the season. I don't see this guy being a 10 sack season guy. I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's time for Brandon Beane and them to accept their losses. Some of the guys that you drafted aren't good enough, and you're going to have to try to get salvage something out of them. And if you can get a dynamic player like A.J. Brown, do it. Do it. I know y'all afraid of the drama, but I want to win the Super Bowl.
So let me ask you this.
Win the Super Bowl.
So let me ask you this. What if you threw Dawson Knox into the conversation? Now it gets interesting. Because we got Dalton Kincaid. We got the big hoss to block. Dawson Knox kind of falling by the wayside. He's really not getting as many targets because Dalton Kincaid's been awesome. And Philly needs a tight end. They need a second tight end. If you had to throw some guy out there, because, hey, I would. Now we're talking. You would talk Dawson Knox, third round pick. That's a fair trade. Get Groot out of there. Let's see Dawson Knox go there. Now we're talking different trade.
The value, though, is not going to be. It's not going to be high. You're going to have to throw a Groot in there. Just to even make the salary work, you're going to have to throw a Groot in there, and you might have to get something back. Again, yes, Dawson Knox is a need. I think the Eagles would like the idea of a Groot, though, because again, this is
their defensive line is straight. They're good.
They
got
are
the best defensive line in football.
Their defensive line is monsters. But you bring a 6'6" guy over there that has potential. He's a high-paid guy. They, sometimes some of these guys can go somewhere else in a different atmosphere and shine. That's a concern for me for Sean McDermott, who is a defensive guy. He needs to be getting the best out of guys like Groot, but we're just not seeing it at this point. So, all right. So, Cuzzo Brad, listen, man. Obviously, we know what we need to do. We need to stop that run. We need to make sure we get to the quarterback. Hopefully, we can get to the quarterback. The Falcons' offensive line is not what it is, but they're getting that ball out quick. And this young guy is getting that ball out. He's not taking too many sacks. Get some tip passes. You got these guys that are 6'6" on your defensive line. Get those hands up as you're getting close to that quarterback. You might not always bring them down, but make a play. Win the turnover battle. Beat teams that you should beat and beat them badly. Let's stop playing with our food in the first quarter, in the first and second quarter. We cannot do that anymore this season. Let last week be the lesson learned. We've been coming back since the Baltimore game. We have to stop starting slow. We have to play Buffalo Bill football for 4 quarters.
Yeah, I agree. I think this team, we bounce back and win big. I'm expecting over 30 points. I think we come back and, we come back off the loss. Everybody reflect. Everybody come into ATL. And it's going to be business as usual. Be wearing the throwbacks that we're going to be from the 60s era. So I think it's going to be awesome. I think we beat this team pretty badly. I think this is going to be an easy win for the Bills. And like you said, stop playing with your food. Need it. I think we definitely clear the plate this time.
All right. I absolutely agree with you, Cuzzo. I 100% agree with you. There's a lot to be done. Hopefully, some of the stuff can get worked on to get this team better. I got a question of the day.
All right.
Question of the day is, right now, from what you've seen, Buffalo Against the World fans, drop comments below, please. Are the Buffalo Bills good enough to win the Super Bowl? Talking about right now, from what you're seeing, 5 weeks in, are the Buffalo Bills good enough to win a Super Bowl? And please be honest. Drop comments below. Right now, comparing to the Phillies of the world,
Who
comparing
just
to the
lost.
Detroits of the world, without an AJ Brown, yes. Without an AJ Brown, yes, the Bills are good enough to win a Super Bowl, in my opinion. And that's if the Buffalo Bills would face the Eagles. Now, you're also talking about Green Bay on the rise. You're also talking about the Detroit Lions still, are a threat in the NFC that you have to worry about. Tackling being a problem, I don't know about beating Detroit. Tackling being a problem, I don't know. We handled them last year. But I just don't. I don't know. I don't know if that would work. So, undisputedly, I can't say yes. But I think with the Super Bowl champions, I think we can handle them without AJ Brown if he does get traded.
Okay. Yes, the Bills can win a Super Bowl. Absolutely. They are still, to me, the best team in football. They did take an L, and I guess a lot of Bills fans are praying for rain or, running into the cellar like, oh my God, we need to start all over again. It's not going to work out. They're 100% good enough to win a Super Bowl this season. We played the Patriots. We what's the word I'm looking for?
Underperformed.
Yes, we underperformed. We took them lightly, and they beat us barely. They barely beat us. It was an ugly game. We played that game without penalties and turnovers. We probably beat them by at least 12. But I think we're 100% definitely ready to beat the Super Bowl. We beat the Ravens at full strength. We beat the Ravens. Not only did we beat the Ravens, we came back on the Ravens when they were at full strength. Now they got Lamar Jackson out. He may be back. We'll see what happens. Kansas City does not scare me anymore. If they don't have Patrick Mahomes on that team, they probably don't even have a win on their season right now. I look at Denver, probably one of the best defenses in football. Offense-wise, Bo Nix it depends on what Bo Nix you're going to get. The only team I see us having actual competition is Indianapolis. Indianapolis is a powerhouse. They are a powerhouse. Now, they've woken up. Since they put Robinson on the bench and they brought in Daniel Jones, they have literally been unstoppable. That offensive line is tearing people apart. Daniel Jones is showing his potential and showing why he's still starting over Robinson, and he is doing his job. Colts are beating the crap out of people. They're beating people pretty bad. So they would be the only competition, I think, for the Bills in the AFC. NFC-wise, I mean, besides Philly, Packers, maybe, there's really – I think the Bills are better than all those teams. So, yes, the Bills can win a Super Bowl this season. Absolutely.
All right, that'll take us to our hater of the week.
If there's any haters in here right now that don't have nobody to hate on, feel free to hate on me.
Keep the hate coming. Keep the hate coming. Buffalo Against the World show.
Turn me up some more so my haters can hear.
Cousin Brad, I don't know if you had a hater of the week, but I got one.
Oh, yeah. I got one, but you go ahead with yours first.
All right, so my hater of the week is going to be the New England Patriots, and it's going to be your entire organization. They're going to post on, first of all, we've dominated the AFC since the Tom Brady era, AFC East. Don't start talking. They made a post yesterday talking about they are the Buffalo Bills kryptonite. Stop.
Wow.
Stop. Y'all
Really?
won one game. Y'all won one game in the last 5 years, 1 or 2 games in the last 5 years. Y'all haven't made the playoffs. Man, prove something before you start talking, man. It's one game. And y'all we really beat ourselves more than you guys beat us. Let's be honest.
Wow.
Let's be honest. They posted that on their New England Patriot Facebook page saying they are the Buffalo Bills kryptonite. Stop it.
Really?
This is not the early 2000s, man. This is a whole new era. This is a whole new era. The end of the era. What my man Jordan Porter say? This was the end of the era for them. Don't think that y'all gonna be competition. Don't get it twisted. Y'all definitely gonna be AFC East competition, but y'all not our kryptonite. Stop it. We've dominated y'all for the last 5 years. Cut it out.
Oh, so I'm sorry. When we played y'all in the playoffs, Did Josh score a touchdown? No. Huh. Is Mac Jones not playing better now than he was when he played for y'all? Yes. You ran Bill Belichick off. He went to go coach college football. That's not working out. Then you brought in Gerard Mayo, and he was fired after 1 year. And now you got this big guy, Mike Vrabel, and you got to win against the Bills, and you're kryptonite now because you just beat us. Oh, okay. So you're the kryptonite now. Not much kryptonite. Because you can't stop. You can't stop what's about to. You know what? Enjoy the win, Boston. Enjoy the win. Good job. We'll
Enjoy
see
the
you.
win.
Exactly. Enjoy. Good win.
I'm actually a little excited that the Patriots are playing better, man.
Thank
I'm a
you.
little excited
you.
because they
Thank
let the Patriots fan get riding high.
Right. Oh man,
they're gonna try to make a playoff push and all of this
You're
stuff.
back.
We're gonna squash that. We're gonna
gracious.
squash that because as the season progresses on, we're watching film just like y'all watching film. We dissecting what we need to get better at. We're gonna come back and Josh ain't forgetting about this game, man.
Oh man,
Josh ain't forgetting. He's hearing y'all comparing y'all comparing y'all comparing Drake to Josh. Like Josh hear all these things. He gonna silence that. That ain't gonna last for long. So enjoy it. Enjoy it.
Enjoy it, Steph. Congratulations on being a father. Shout out to you. You know what I mean? Shout out to y'all getting a big victory. Nice job. We'll see you in December, and you already know what's gonna happen in Boston. Yeah. We got it. We're gonna take them on. We're gonna come to Gillette Stadium and beat the crap out of you in your own stadium. And then if you happen to make the playoffs, we'll beat the crap out of you in the playoffs because you come back to Highmark and we gotta get our get back. So enjoy the win. You're a kryptonite. Oh my god, you're a kryptonite. Yeah, we're crying wolf. Yikes. The big bad Boston Patriots are back.
To say that they're kryptonite, to use the term kryptonite, that means they know Josh Allen is Superman. They know who they did. Listen, man, in the time that the Bills played one of their worst games of the season, they still were right there.
You won by 3, and we had 15 penalties and 3 turnovers. Congratulations, Boston. You showed us. Oh, my God. You showed us. You guys are back, baby. We're back in Boston. We're back. We're back, boy. We're back. What did they say? Well, we're back, kid. We're back in Boston. No. Enjoy your win. We'll see you in December for your second butt kicking. And then, when you come back in the playoffs, if you make it that far, we'll beat the crap out of you at Highmark Stadium and eliminate your season maybe next year. Because, let's keep it real.
I got to give props to Drake, man. He made 2 plays in the second half. Like, 2 dynamic plays. That play where he threw it to Stephon Diggs where it was supposed to get thrown right into the turf. And he just got out of trouble and got it off. And that play to his tight end Henry over the middle, that was crazy. Those are the 2 best plays that he made the entire game. Obviously in the right time, So I give credit where credit is due, but don't enjoy
the win. Enjoy the win because you guys did exactly what you were supposed to do. You won. We respect it. Enjoy the win. Don't get used to it because Drake May. I'm gonna be real. You're good, kid. Real good. But as long as he's around, you'll always be second best. Just saying. Just throwing it out there. Always be second best. Anyway, wow. I kind of don't even care about my hater of the week, but I got to throw this out there. My hater of the week goes to Cleveland. The Cleveland Browns. Bruh. When do you put Shador in? When do you put him in? At what point do you put him in? Y'all, they had Dylan Gabriel out there. Do you know how many passes Dylan Gabriel threw today against the Steelers? They only scored 9 points. Do you know how many passes he threw? This man threw 52 passes today. He threw the ball 52 times, and they only scored 9 points. At what point do you say, you know what? Maybe we should go with the other guy? maybe we should go on. Maybe we should go with the other guy. Like, you cannot tell me that this dude is an NFL talent if he throws the ball 52 times and you only score 9 points. The Steelers defense ain't that good. They ain't that good. So 52 times, it's definitely time to push Shador in. Like, come on, man. Bro, no.
Well, they just traded for Joe Flacco, so they're gonna try to, if they put Joe Flacco in there before Shador, that's just wrong because Shador has had a training camp, he's had a preseason.
Flacco plays for the Bengals now.
Was it the Bengals that traded for him?
Yeah, Flacco was their starting quarterback. They traded him to the Bengals now, and now the quarterbacks on the roster is Dylan Gabriel and Shador Sanders. My thing is, you let Dylan Gabriel throw the ball 52 times today. That's unheard of. Did you run it all? Did you run it all? Like, how many times does this dude have to throw the ball to say, you know what, maybe he's not the guy? Like, dude, 52 pass attempts in a football game and you only score 9 points, that's a problem. That's a big problem. Let my man eat, man. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You haven't won a game you won one game, but what's the worst that can happen if you throw Shador in there? Let him play. Let him play. Like, come on. So that goes to my hater of the week because it's like 52 pass attempts. I mean, come on. What are we doing here?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that might be something towards more prime time than his son. But again, I don't know what they're doing. Why you draft a guy?
I have no idea.
Plays a talented kid. At least see what you got. At least get him some experience. At this point, your season's going nowhere,
bro.
Your season's going nowhere,
bro. They have arguably the best pass rusher in football in TJ Watt. You tell me you dropping the quarterback and you're making a pass attempt 52 times against him? Come on, bro. Let's bring Shador in. Let's see what happens at this point.
I know Myles Garrett is regretting it now.
And now it's just, you came, Myles.
Could have came to Buffalo.
Been here. You could have been here, bro. You could have been 4-1. Now you 1-4. You could have been, bro. Could have been. We play you this year.
He would have been such an upgrade to this team. Oh,
just saying, trade deadlines. We still got a couple weeks. If you guys want Groot for your future Hall of Famer, just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah,
throwing it out there.
I don't know.
I like what you guys did with Wyatt Teller. You're welcome. You're welcome. Like what you guys did with him because he was our guy. So you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah. All right, let's go to our winner sin segment.
It's us against the world. It's us against Buffalo against the world. It's us against.
All right, the Buffalo Bills now, after a really hot start, are now coming down in the rankings to the Indianapolis Colts. Is it a winner sin for the Buffalo Bills, especially going into Monday Night Football, that they're not the number one team in the AFC anymore? What's your thoughts? Is this a win or sin for the Buffalo Bills and motivation? I think it's definitely a win. I think Buffalo needs to get motivated after that humbling loss, a loss that we shouldn't have took. I keep saying this for a lot of Bills fans. It's L's for lessons for guys like McDermott. When you're 8 seasons in and you've seen a lot of these ups and downs of the season, every time you take an L, especially when you got 15 penalties and 3 turnovers, you got to take that as a lesson and say, like, we got a lot to clean up. You got to use that as motivation throughout the week. We got to be tight. We got to be tight. Last week, we were bigger, stronger, and faster than that other team, but we didn't execute. We did not execute, and that's something that we need to sharpen up. If we're going to be a Super Bowl team, is work on executing. Work on your 111. So I think it's an absolute win for the Buffalo Bills that we're not ranked the number one team in the AFC right now. But it's the motivation to climb that ladder again. What's your thoughts?
Absolutely. The Patriots just came in to your house, punched your mother in the face, ate your food off your plate, and ate it in front of you. So now you got to get up off the mat, and you got to show them who's boss. They needed the wake-up call. They needed the slap in the face. Y'all were riding high after that Baltimore comeback win, riding high, beat the crap out of the Jets, squeaked by against the Dolphins, squeak by against this. We didn't squeak by. We beat the Saints pretty bad, but things we had to clean up. Then you finally went to a competent team, and you got beat. You got beat. You got beat by 3, but you got beat. This Patriots team was young. They were hungry. They were ready. They knew exactly the assignment, and they accomplished the assignment. They barely did, but I think we're going to get up off the mat. We're going to find that eye of the beast again, and we're going to beat the crap out of Atlanta. We're going to beat them, go into the bye, come back and beat the crap out of the Panthers. So I think this is definitely a win. We needed that.
Yeah. Definitely, man. He says the fast game hit us and ran. it definitely was one of those hit and run moments where they just punch you.
I would say that, but we lost at home.
Yeah. I mean, but it kind of was. It kind of was like a sneak punch. Like they just, you were sleeping. You're sleeping the whole game, man. You're sleeping the whole game. You got, again, we got to find ourselves offensively. I'm confident that we will do that.
I feel like Mickey and Rocky 3. Yeah, you ain't been hungry since you got that belt on your waist. You ain't been getting this guy will knock you in the next week. That's exactly what happened. They just Mr. Titus. Mr. Titus out there. Now Mickey died, and now we got to come out there, and now we got to come out there and show him the eye of the tiger again. But it's definitely Rocky 3 vibes.
Speaking of that, we got a segment we got to mention for all of the records that's coming up there for Josh Allen. Check this out. All right, Buffalo Bills breaking records. Josh Allen is on the verge of making more NFL history. He is on the verge of breaking Cam Newton's record of having more than 77 rushing touchdowns in his career. Josh Allen's career is not even close to where Cam Newton was when he had that record, but Josh Allen is on the verge. 2 more rushing touchdowns, and he will tie it. 3 more, he breaks it. Man, do you see Josh Allen breaking the record this game, Cuzzo?
I would love for him to do it in Cam Newton's hometown of Atlanta. I would love for that to happen. I would love to see how it received out on his 4th and 1 podcast. Wouldn't that be fun to watch? But shout out to Cam Newton, man. I always love Cam Newton. And he got his jersey retired at Auburn yesterday, the number 2 jersey at Auburn. Shout out to Cam Newton, man. But it shows how deadly and how valuable Josh Allen is, that he's only played about 20 games less than Cam Newton, and he's on the verge of passing. He will pass him this season, but I would love for him to do it in Atlanta, Cam Newton's hometown.
Yeah, well, he can do it in Atlanta. He can do it, in Carolina as well.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah,
yeah.
You know what? Let's do it in Carolina. Get one in Atlanta, and then get 2 in Carolina. That'll just be, and then do this. Just to do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just cause. Oh man, wouldn't that shake up the headlines? Wouldn't that be great on ESPN First Take on Monday? Oh, I can hear it now. See Cam with all those 52 teeth. I mean, the bud did. He did do that on my stomping ground. I could just see Cam Newton. Oh. You know what? Yeah, do it in Carolina. Don't do it in Atlanta. Do it in Carolina.
Shout out to Cam Newton. He's got a new show, produced by LeBron James and Maverick Carter, 106 in sports. Look forward to seeing Cam Newton. Cam is really through podcasts. He has really emerged as an analyst. I believe he was on the Sunday Night Football game that we had against Baltimore. He was a special guest on the show that night doing commentary at the end of the game. And,
really?
Yes, he was. He definitely was.
I did not know that.
And Cam Newton continues to rise through the ranks, making himself an analyst, a sports analyst. So shout out to him, man. Shout out to everybody who started from the ground, started from podcasting, and then you get into national media. Man, that's one of our goals here at Buffalo Against the World. So we definitely got to show love to those individuals who have made way through the podcast scene, really expressing things from an athlete's perspective.
Definitely. Shout out to you, Cam Newton, man. Definitely shout out. I love your 4th and 1 podcast. I love you on ESPN First Take. And I will definitely look into the 106 Sports. Definitely looking forward to that. I love you and your cousin, similar to what me and Kulu do without, we're cousins. And, so definitely similar to what we do. I do not agree with your wardrobe, but you as a player, phenomenal. I hope you get your call to Canton. I think you've earned the call to Canton. I hope you get that at some point. But shout out to you, Cam Newton. Definitely shout out to you.
All right, we're going to talk about the 5 important players for the Buffalo Bills coming up this game. Let's do it.
This is the BA Dubs Top 5 segment. Buffalo, get ready.
Getting hot.
You got them? Well, let's get them.
Cuz we got some impact players on this team. I think we can all agree who number 1 is. It's going to be Super 17. He's got to have a dynamic game. So let's just go with the top 4 besides 17. You start us off. Go ahead. Tell us who's number 5 impact player that you expect for the Buffalo Bills to get a win.
I'm going to go with Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa coming off of Michael Penix's blind side. He's a left-handed quarterback, so he's coming off the bottom. I think Bosa has a great game against that right tackle there, and I think Bosa's definitely going to be a huge factor in winning this game. Getting that pass rush, running those stunts like you said, I think he definitely has a huge factor against Michael Penix in this game tomorrow night.
I like that. I'm looking for Shaq Thompson. I'm keeping my eyes on Shaq Thompson. I really like what I'm seeing from him. He's going to get more in PT time as you're not going to see Milano out there. So I'm looking to see more of him. Dorian Williams coming back from an injury. I'm expecting Shaq Thompson to be between him and Bernard. So I'm expecting Shaq Thompson to have a really big game, and I think he's playing very physical. It'll be nice to see him in a starting position this week. So let's see what the kid got.
Mm-hmm. All right. I agree. I'm looking forward to see what Shaq Thompson gets to. See what big hits he can make out there. He's definitely going to have to tackle against this team. My number 2, I would have to say, I want to say Cole Bishop and Taylor Rapp. You're going up against Kyle Pitts. When he's on, he's really on. One of the best tight end / wide receivers in the game when he's on. So we'll see what they do against him. They like the Falcons like to get the running backs out into the flats. They like to put them at wide receiver and run a 5-wide set. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. I think the safeties are going to be a huge a part of this game. So Cole Bishop and Taylor Rapp, I definitely got to step it up this week. So I'm going to say the safeties is my number 2.
All right, offensively, I'm going with Khalil Shakir. I keep saying every year for the past 3 years, this guy is the best receiver on this roster. Even when we had Diggs, he was still playing like that. Look, man, the guy can do it all. Scheme this guy open, make plays, call plays directly for him, not just a screenplay. Call plays to get this guy open, to get in space, because when he gets going, everybody gets going. He's a slot guy. He can play on the outside. You can put him at H-back if you want. You can do a lot with Khalil Shakir. Utilize him. He's the guy that you're going to need to really break down this defense.
Okay, and my number 1, mine's going to go to James Cook. James Cook coming back to Georgia, your stomping grounds. Go Dogs. You're coming back to Georgia, enclosed environment. I've been hearing a lot of James Cook disrespect. They've been disrespecting my man a lot this week. Different podcasts, different platforms talking about he's overrated. I don't know what y'all been watching. I don't know what y'all been seeing. But James Cook, show up and show out. Going back to Georgia, your stomping grounds. You played in this building multiple times. Earn it. Shut him up, James. So I will go with that.
Yeah. I think the run game is going to have to be very crucial in this game as well. To really, for the offensive line, they've been playing absolutely, dominating when it comes to the run game. We got to get that back. Back after last week. It was not there. It just wasn't there. We need to see James Cook step up. So that's our top 5. Drop your top 5 players, impact players that you expect to have an impact on this game below. And we'll post it in the chat as well on screen here. That'll take us to our Bills Mafia trivia.
The party starts in 3, 2,
All right, keeping everything moving. Keeping everything moving. And a little Buffalo Bills history for you guys. And, this should be an easy one. This should be an easy one. But we want to test your Bills knowledge to see how well you know your team. What year did Ralph Wilson found the Buffalo Bills? A very simple one. No Google, though. Take a guess. Drop it down below. If you have the direct knowledge, drop it down how many years the Buffalo Bills have been in existence. Please drop comments below, and we will highlight whoever did. It's interesting. We're going into the final year, Cuzzo Brad, for Highmark Stadium. Obviously, the Buffalo Bills started at War Memorial Stadium back in the day where Juice was playing, where Cookie Gilchrist played. A lot of history, and this is a remarkable season. This is a remarkable season because we went to 4 straight Super Bowls in that time frame. We had a playoff drought in that early 2000s, but we've seen the emergence of Josh Allen. A lot of great history with the Buffalo Bills. And D is our first one up. The Buffalo Bills were founded in 1960. You should have known D was going to get that answer.
It's on my shirt.
It's on his shirt. It's on his shirt. 1960. Technically, 1959 is what D said. They began to play in the AFL the next year. So shout out to D for dropping accurate information here. We had 1960, but technically they did start in 1959. Shout out to Big Ralph. The Big Ralph.
Now, you know how me and you love history, right? Now, me and you love history. Me and you are big Bills fans. And we obviously survived the 4 Super Bowl losses, right? We survived. We lost 4 straight Super Bowls. Do you know whose fault it actually was? Are you ready to have your mind blown? Are you ready for this? I posted this in Buffalo Against the World and the Fan Cave. It seemed like nobody picked up on this. But the 4 Super Bowls is one man's fault.
Really?
One man's fault. You ready for this? I'm going to just play the audio. Here we go.
This is one of the unluckiest guys in NFL history. And boy, did this guy have a rough 5 years. I'm starting a new series where I make videos about the lesser known stories in sports history. So if you want more of that, make sure you follow me. So I'd like to introduce everyone to former NFL quarterback Gail Gilbert. So Gail played quarterback at Cal and declared for the NFL draft, but ended up going undrafted and then signed with the Seattle Seahawks, where he played until 1987. Gail remained a free agent for the 1986 season. And then, as you can imagine from probably the pictures, he was picked up by the Bills in 1989. But the reason that Gail is one of the unluckiest players in NFL history is because he was on the team that lost Super Bowl 25, 26, 27, 28, and also 29. My man lost 5 Super Bowls in a row. And after that Chargers loss to the Niners in 1995, Gail decided he was going to call it quits. Unfortunately, Gail never really played that much. He was a backup on most teams, didn't really get a ton of playing time until late in his career, but still, nonetheless, he lost 5 Super Bowls in a row, which has never been done ever since. So let me know who your vote is.
You're gonna really blame a guy that didn't even play. Stop it, dude.
Yes,
Stop it.
He was the bad luck guy the whole time. And to be fair, he didn't even need to be on the team. He didn't need to be on the team. It makes sense now. Listen.
Stop with the superstition. Stop.
Oh, no. Stop. Just listen real quick. Super Bowl 25, Frank White was our backup. We didn't need him on the team. Why even have him? And he was there. 25, 26, 27, and 28, right? And then he goes to the Chargers, and he's Stan Humphrey's backup, and they lose again. Come on, bro.
Stop, dude.
It was his fault.
No. D, do not agree with this dude right here.
I mean,
please. I thought you was gonna say somebody logical like Marv Levy.
No.
I thought you was gonna blame it on a bar in Buffalo or something like that because the Bills is always drinking. Like, come on, make it make sense.
Gilbert's fault. because he was the third string quarterback who didn't need to be here. Then he goes to another franchise and loses the Super Bowl for them. So Gail Gilbert, it's your fault.
So are you saying it's Gail Gilbert because he took up a roster spot?
Yes. Yes.
Stop it.
Yes.
Man.
It's his fault.
Stop.
I mean, no other player in NFL history has done that. No other NFL player in history has lost 5 in a row. And it can't be coincidence. It can't be. This dude is bad luck.
Stop. That'll take us to Cuzin Brad. We're here every Monday. We're not going to be here tomorrow morning for the Monday night game. We're going to be watching the game, so you won't see us tomorrow. But make sure you lock in.
Hit after hit after hit.
Nonstop.
It's Buffalo Against the World show.
Lot of hits.
Y'all gonna see us a lot more on every other day too. So yeah, but Monday is our main show. We probably gonna change that up a little bit. So look forward to just watching up where we drop something, and then you'll see when the time to be on the show. Usually 10 p.m. is our time that we're gonna be on live. So make sure you look out for that because we're gonna be doing a lot in 2025, 2026. So look out for those new changes coming with Buffalo Against the World. Cuzin Brad, we gotta go to how to get a dub. We talked about it earlier. I think absolutely you got to stop the run. Absolutely you can't play with your food. Absolutely Josh Allen has to do Josh Allen things. And absolutely if James Cook comes to play, like it should be an easy dub. It should be an easy dub. But again, any given Sunday, we don't want to play with it. You can lose to any game, and it's really a Monday. Any given Monday is even worse because it's primetime football. And a lot of teams feel like they can get their going out party against the Buffalo Bills. So expect the best of Atlanta tomorrow. Expect the best from Atlanta tomorrow. You can't play any games. You can't play any games with execution. Be ready to execute. Get the ball out. Take away these guys' confidence early on in the game. And I think you get the dub.
I'm gonna just keep it real. This isn't a should win or could win or maybe win. This is a must win situation. This is a beat this team into submission situation. This is take the starters out in the third quarter type of game. Like they're gonna be wearing their cool throwbacks. They're gonna have the red helmets on. It's gonna look really cool. The Bills are going to have the Standing Buffalo logo. It's going to look really cool out there. We're going to have our throwbacks on. But this is beat them into submission. Like he said, no turnovers, no stupid penalties. It's an enclosed environment on turf. Bro, we should beat them badly. We should beat them extremely badly. Like me and you are going to a party tomorrow. We're going to a party. I want to leave at halftime. Because I have to work Tuesday. So this is a beat them into submission to get a dub. Okay.
Yeah. Buffalo has to prove they're still the number one force in the AFC. That they're still a force to be reckoned with. And after last week's showing, a lot of people on Sunday Night Football, a lot of people were discouraged. Primetime football, the lights were on, couldn't execute, couldn't stop with the penalties. Like this can't happen. When you playing prime time.
Yeah.
It's like mirroring the Super Bowl, right? The cameras are there, the lights are there, the stars are there. Everybody comes out for those specific games. You got to perform on those night games, those Sunday night games, Thursday night games, Friday night games, whatever night game it is. Monday night, you better show up and show out. Stop playing with your food. It's your opportunity where the whole world is watching. When you get those opportunities, you show that you're the best team in football. Don't go out there playing these no trick plays. No, we just line up. You line up your squad. We line up our squad. We're going to knock y'all off. That's it.
Exactly.
That's it.
It's time to show up and show out. We got to beat the crap out of them. Philly lost too. Philly lost to the Giants. So it's going around. It's going around. Kansas City lost last week. They play the Motor City Kitties tonight. I will be watching because I secretly root for the Detroit Lions because I like them. But anyway, it's
gonna be a good game tonight.
It's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a real good game. But Philly lost. They're not crying wolf. They're not, A.J. Brown doesn't want to play there, but they're not calling for Sirianni's head yet. As of yet, right now. He got about 4 more weeks. If they don't win, they'll start calling for his head. But hey, man, we're good.
They better not call for his head.
Hey.
This is a guy that just won you a Super Bowl last year against a team of this decade. Don't you dare.
Philly.
We know how Philly does. They win Super Bowls and then they get rid of coaches.
Don't care. They say, yo, forget this dude Carson Wentz. Don't care if he was MVP. He's freaking out of here. We're going to draft this new dude, and he's going to get us to the Super Bowl and win it. So, yeah, Philly don't care. They're a different beast.
Well, it was Nick Foles who won in the Super Bowl.
I know. That's what I'm saying. But before, hey, man, Carson Wentz was balling. He was at an MVP level. Tore his ACL. They still won. Nick Foles didn't work out. Neither did really Carson. I don't even know what team he plays for. Does he even play in the league anymore?
Don't even know. Drop comments below.
If you know where he plays, but yeah, Philly is a different beast. Bye, Doug Peterson. Go to Jacksonville. We'll hire Nick Sirianni, and he'll develop the tush push, which they haven't done in 3 weeks, and they lost last week. I'm sorry. They lost on Thursday. It was hilarious to watch. Jackson Dart and that dude, Scatterboo. Dude, he's a beast, man. He's a beast. That dude is he has Buffalo Bill written all over him. He has Buffalo Bill. Dude, if it don't work out in NY, don't leave the state.
It won't work out in NY. It won't.
That's what I'm saying, bruh.
But that's what happens Buffalo when you're that good. When you got bullseye written on you, teams wake up to play you. Yeah. They wake up to try to get their name out there.
And that's exactly what it was. Scatterboo, rookie dude. Dude just runs people over. He is the new all-star, and he has Buffalo Bill written all over him. Like, dude, if it don't work out in New Jersey, come over to Buffalo because you have Buffalo Bill written all over you. We love you. Jackson Dart, all right. But Scatterboo, like you, dog. Like you.
All right. So make sure y'all like, share, subscribe to the channel. And once again, this is Kulu and Cuzin Brad. We do this all the time. We're on the show every week. We're looking to probably do a Sunday night show going forward, making some changes with our show lineup. So look out for those changes coming real soon. We're also looking to bring on more talent. So if you're interested, make sure you hit us up in Buffalo Against the World. Also reach out to us on Facebook. And we're going to keep going. Hopefully Buffalo Bills, we're talking about a win next week. And we moving right back ahead in first place in the AFC. So for Cuzin Brad and Kulu, we're going to sign out. Go Bills, Buffalo Against the World. We out.
It's all your fault, Gail Gilbert.
This is Buffalo Against the World Sports Talk with Kulu and
Cuzin Brad.
Bills Mafia. It's our time.
Act like you know, baby.
Act like you know.
Against the world. Let's get
High, big BSF, man. Buffalo against the world, man. Take on anybody. It's against the world. It's us against the world. Buffalo against the world. Buffalo against the world, man. Buffalo against the world. I know what's going on, man. We out here. We outside. We outside.
Buffalo against the world.
The mafia, the fan base that'll die for you. On Sundays, we are not cool. Any other days, we're robbing you. Heaven sent, we're handling. We spoke to God and said thanks, though. Have a cool year.